now it's everything is modern. That's not true. Like a lot happened during the partition.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you for asking. What about you?
All well. Thank you so much. So you came back home early.
No, actually, I didn't go to school today. So,
All right. So you're enjoying at home?
I have my exams coming up soon. So today I just needed to do some work because I was getting overwhelmed. Like school is just at a whole other level, and I'm lagging behind. So I needed to get some work done.
So today you are in your study mode.
Yeah. And I'm also not that well, so I didn't want to take risks.
I can see that. Take care of your health. It's very
Thank you.
important. Health is wealth. All right. And what are we going to discuss today? Topic is
Yeah,
generation gap.
well, uh, what is generation gap to you, though? I mean, like, I have my own definition, but what about you?
Miscommunication between two generations.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think to me it's I mean, yeah, miscommunication is there because I mean I have seen both sides of it. Like I have seen a parent and a child, them getting along so well despite being like I guess 20, 24 years apart. Then still like that mother and her son, they are so well connected, they're best of friends, and neither judges each the other person, and like they're both like respecting each other's differences and all. But at the same time I see other households as well, where the parents are just not willing to understand the child, and the child just can't comprehend why the parents are behaving the way they are and everything. So I've seen both sides. So yeah, miscommunication is a big part of it.
That's the gap.
But
That
yeah,
creates the gap.
yeah, but
When you don't
also I
understand the other person's frame of mind and why they do things, their perspective, that's when the gap becomes larger.
yeah, and also I mean, respect is a two-way road. Like
Yeah.
a lot of parents expect the children to respect them, but they never respect their children, like their needs. They don't want their opinion. They're just things that their life is not their own. That's what the kids feel in many families, I feel.
You know what I think? That when you start growing, like when you're a kid, you're just a kid, then you become a teenager. You shouldn't stop being the kid. You should play the role of the kid and the teenager. And then you
Mm,
become that mini adult. So you should always be that mini adult and a teenager and that kid, that baby.
mm,
And then when you become an adult, adds on. Now you have
mm,
to be an adult and also a little bit of teenager here and there, and also a baby kid within you, which is your
mm,
inner child,
yeah.
right? And slowly, when you cross your 40, don't forget about the child, the baby child, the inner child, and your adolescent stage and your adulthood, and also be there for your middle age. So it
Yeah.
continues, the whole scenario continues until the end. And if you forget one of these steps, how you were as a teenager, that's when you're going to have these kind of gaps and miscommunication. You'll not be able to connect.
Yeah, true.
So currently, I'm playing the role of a sister to my son.
Seriously?
Yes. So he says that, why can't you, like, I think you're my sister. I don't feel like you're my mother. And I can realize very soon, in few years' time, I'm going to become a daughter.
So, like, how old is your son?
16 years, 15 years. This year, he'll become 16.
Okay,
Hmm.
nice. And you're older than me.
Yes.
Nice, nice. So what is the book you're currently reading?
Okay. I'm still on my Bhagavad Gita. I didn't
Oh,
get time to explore any other book.
okay, okay. Yeah, it's pretty vast, so it will
Okay.
definitely take time.
So the entire week I'm giving to Clampingo, working for 12 hours. So I'm left with an option just to read Bhagavad Gita.
Mm,
I know I
nice.
should speed up.
Yeah, but I mean, reading is not like you can't take it as a chore, like especially regarding books. Like you can't take an activity that you enjoy and just rush it because you feel like it would be an accomplishment. Take your time and enjoy it. It's
What
not
about
everything.
you? I said,
Yeah.
what about you? What are you
Um.
reading?
So I don't know. Did I tell you or did I tell some other tutor like about this book that I'm reading? Daughters of the Sun by Ramakoti, about the, yeah, I told you about the women of the Mughal Empire. So I'm still on that because I have my exams coming up. I'm also in the middle of certain other books, but I mean it was a while ago, so I'll have to refresh my memory of them. And I can't really continue them right now because exams are
Yes,
coming. So non-fiction I can read and then put off every now and then, but fiction, if I get into it, I'll be invested, so I can't risk that.
I know. I understand. Once you start, I can't stop. Once I start, I need to finish. And those were the days when I would not sleep until I
Yeah,
finish a book.
definitely. Once I remember, I started reading this book. It was about 600 pages. It was one of the Keeper of the Lost Cities series, I think, by Shannon Messenger, and I was reading it. I started in the afternoon. I finished it around 3 in the morning. So that entire time, and then my mother, she would come to check up on me. Like our bed, like it's a joint room, so
Hmm.
it's not really a room, it's like the living room we just converted into our bedroom because like we're 5 people. So
Hmm.
here in Patna we don't have a very big house. It's
Hmm.
a flat, so like 2 bedroom, not enough space, and this room, this is my room, and
Hmm.
I don't have a bed here, so we put it in the hall there. So 2 beds, but I somehow managed to sneak in my lamp and my
Hmm.
book. And every time I saw her wake up, I'll be like, "Let's put this away," and then she didn't know. Uh, and later I was telling my sister, "See, I had a thing I did tonight," and she's like, "What?" And like I read a book for till 3 o'clock, and she's like, "You are crazy," because she can't even read like one book within a week. It takes time for her to do that. So when I do something like this, she's like, "I don't even know how we are related." Yeah.
No, I can connect to that because I've done it several times.
Mm,
Several times.
yeah.
And I would have my books in between geography book just before the exam also.
That is a bad habit I have also. My friends will be like revising, and I'll be like, I just need to finish this one chapter.
Okay, the secret is out now. Hmm.
Mm.
Okay. So what else?
So what do you like? Have you read any book about the partition literature around India and Pakistan?
Hmm, I have, but not very recently.
Mm. Like
Yes,
a while ago. But like,
it was a while ago.
do you
Yes,
remember the
Mahatma
title?
Gandhi. It was written by Mahatma Gandhi. So I read that, but it was quite some time ago. And
Uh,
the experience was very enriching, but then it was a very serious kind of a book.
Hmm. Like I read this book in which it was India After Gandhi by Ramchand. Wait, just a second. I have it here. I think. Yeah, this one.
Hmm.
Yeah. So no, I have not finished it, of course, but it's too huge. I just finished this much. So like I'm in the process, and I've been
Hmm.
in the process for a while. I just this is
So how many times do you read a book?
depends. If I'm very intrigued by it, at least 3 times.
Hmm.
Otherwise, just once or maybe twice. But this one,
Okay. And
yeah. So here there's this passage which says that basically like after 1947, like after the independence, like India's history just ended there. Like after that, we don't know anything. Like okay, we are free now. It's everything is modern. That's not true. Like a lot happened during the partition on the roads and on the trains and all, and then while transporting people from Pakistan to India, India to Pakistan, and then like the whole turmoil that the nation went through. I think a lot of it is covered in political science and all, but I
hmm.
mean not that much. And a lot of the pain that people experience. Like I think there are certain autobiographies for a lot of freedom fighters and all that all exist, but like all these stolen pieces of work from people who used to who lived during the partition period, so they have their own autobiographies, but it's not complete or it's not published. We just have a piece of it or something, and getting to know like and piece
A
using
lot,
new stories.
lot of, lot of literature got destroyed also during partition.
Definitely. I mean, it's so sad. Like people who know that knowledge is the biggest weapon are the first people to destroy libraries and all of these big places of knowledge and getting education. Like even Nalanda University and all, when it was destroyed, and then these invaders and plunderers, they made sure to destroy all these libraries and everything. Very sad. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like all of this, and I'm like, I wish I like more people knew about this, because the little partition literature that we have should be known to everyone, because I mean it shows a lot about what India went through even after independence was achieved.
It was not an easy independence, and what we went through after post-independence, that was really shattering.
Yeah.
And because I hear a lot of stories belonging to Bengal, because Bengal was partitioned too. And one side of my family was in currently it is called Bangladesh. So that was East Bengal. So I get to hear a lot of stories what had happened during partition, and some of the stories were live stories. So it's really devastating when you hear such stories.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you read a book, how do you go about it? Do you just go about reading the content, and then maybe you come back for the vocabulary, and then you read the third time for the sentences and the grammar, or how do you do it? Do you do it all together?
So like I was 10 when I started reading novels. Before that, storybooks here and there, my mother would read them to me. I'd watch the pictures, something like that. So I wouldn't really call them books. So like I started, my first book was of course Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter's first book by J.K. Rowling. So that was when I was 10. Like I always had a strong vocabulary, and I had no issues with grammar, so I didn't need to like look up the dictionary or anything. If I had any questions, I could always ask my sisters. They were also very accomplished in English. So yeah, I would ask them, and then they would tell me. But usually I would just guess, because the sentence itself is very helpful to understand why this word is used there. and all. So and usually if I have heard good reviews from some of my trusted booktubers, book talkers, or some of my friends or someone, if they have said that it's a really good book, then I would just go in without looking at the summary or anything, and just, I like being surprised even by the smallest things. I hate looking at synopsises. Yeah, but
But
sometimes
every
you have.
time you read a book second time or third time or fourth time, each time the experience is very different.
Yeah,
Have you
very
noticed
different.
that?
I mean, it's like this. There's this trend. Books I would sell my soul to the devil to read again for the first time, and people would post their books and all. So I think a lot. If I could do that, I'd have to like become Voldemort and like divide my soul into 1,000 pieces, because there are so many books I would love to read again for the first time. Like the first time experience is like no other. And
Yes. And
yeah,
trust me, when you come back for the second time, it's again another experience altogether.
yeah, because you know
And
what
there'll
happens
be a
when you
different kind of takeaway every time you come back to the same book.
yeah, the more is revealed to you, like what the author actually did with the words and all. Like, I mean, like sorry. So
It's okay. It's all
anyway.
right. That was a light moment, yes. It's about to get end. The session is about to end.
All right.
All
Anyway, so
right.
yeah, that's how I go about it.
It was lovely speaking to you. You have a
Me
nice day.
too. Thank you. See you
Take
soon. Bye
care. Bye
bye.
bye. See you soon. Bye. Bye. Take
Bye.
care. All the best.
Thank you.